Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Gonzalo Llerena. I am the Commercial Excellence Lead at Wörwag Pharma. To present myself, first is I have 17 years of experience in the pharmaceutical industry, working at regional global level. I think I have a return on my voice. That's if we can stop this, Dario.
We hear you clearly, actually, so you can just speak. There is no return from on live.
Okay, I can continue. No?
Okay, yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, as I was saying, I have 17 years of experience in the pharmaceutical industry, working at regional global level in developing markets and developed markets, more mature also as well, meaning that collecting experience from different countries around the world. I would like to tell you a little bit about our history. Who is Wörwag Pharma? Yeah? We are a medium-sized pharmaceutical company who started as many other pharmaceutical companies as a pharmacy in 1965. Then, after 6 years, the company decided, or the owner, Dr. Fritz Borba, decided to set up for the first time a pharmaceutical company called Borba Pharma. Then in 2001, he gave the lead, the management to his children. No? In 2019, for the first time, the company decided to give to an external management team, you know, the leading of the company. We are we operate in around 30 markets. We have more than 1,400 employees, which 700, around 700 of them are sales reps, and we have around 70 first line sales managers as well. As soon as the company decided to, the new management took the lead of the company, they decided to implement our Go for Go strategy with our ambition until 2030, defining in which therapeutic areas we will play, and obviously how we win, doing fewer things better and faster, and putting in place, obviously, our leadership principle values. Okay. This new strategy defined, obviously, how will be our engagement model. And basically, what we say is we need to think first on do a transformation of the mindset of the company, yeah, and the people involved. Also define which capabilities the organization will need, what is the skill set, and also what kind of tools do we need to implement this new engagement model. You know, obviously, we're thinking in a dynamic CRM system, new processes and optimization of the current processes and simplification at the same time, but working with a strong data foundation. The idea was to implement obviously efficiencies and effectiveness in this to achieve our customer centricity stuff. Well, part of this was okay. It's nice to have all this in our strategy, but how this will be implemented. No, and as soon as I started in the company, we did a review of the situation with our CRM tool, you know, and no surprise, we have some countries that we didn't have any CRM in place. Yeah? Means no reporting, no documentation, no KPIs at all. We were losing a lot of data. The data was in the hands of the sales reps, in Excel, Word, etc., etc. But in the other side, we had some countries with the CRM, yeah, with a basic CRM, just working online. The sales were working with laptops. And as you know, this means that they were preparing and reporting the sales visit at home, basically. mm. No, we were working basically with printed marketing plans and promotional materials. The idea was to implement our omni-channel strategy. This means obviously we needed to do some changes, and these requirements came from a new software, a new CRM platform. Obviously, to have a supplier who will be flexible at any time with us and support along our journey, and change from working with the laptops to work with tablets, in this case, iPads. Again, this create another need, which is how will be our segmentation and targeting model to enter in this omni-channel strategy? How is our channel excellence methodology? Or how we will do what will be the channels that we want to use? Which kind of content we will use? Define what means content personalization, and also what means personalized campaigns. For the implementation of the CRM, we decided to work at the moment with MediaSoft, no? But as a main supplier, and but with one topic in mind, which was the use of a global blueprint, yeah, which defined the basic and standard um, configuration of the system for us, with a minimum level of configuration across the countries for only the minimal things or the legal requirements that they need to do. To avoid that in each country they have a different configurations. Therefore, any kind of upgrade will be possible to scale. Also, we incorporate various stakeholders like sales, marketing, medical affairs, IT, yeah, in this project team, yeah, to discuss all these elements. We define also a central governance, yeah, not only during the process but also the after go live, yeah, which help us to reduce costs as well. And we define a support level with an SLA with that supplier to give us the support at any time that we need. In terms of the iPad, why the iPads? Well, we defined it that it was the best user-friendly platform, that we can use, and also in coordination with global IT, we define it to have only iOS as a software, no, as a operational system for the tablets, with the idea that they can just better support, yeah, not only local but as global. Also, we think about our training and follow-up concept. Means, in terms of training to not only users but the local administrators, yeah, we define our concept as the following. We were doing first an admin training, secondly key user training, and finally the end user training. After the go live, we did reinforcement of the trainings to the local administrators after 3 6 months, and for the end users, we prepared a series of short training videos that they can check and review at any time. In terms of the meetings that we needed to have and how we would do the follow-up with each of the countries, within my team, the global project lead was in charge of doing the kickoff meetings to align everything, yeah, with the local admins. Then meetings to do that kickoff, then with key users, yeah, and then we would go live in each of the countries, and then we were doing a hypercare phase, yeah, where in between 1 and 2 months to do a close follow-up of what is happening after the go live. And to monthly status calls with the supplier, and then to quarterly status calls. But one important topic here was, okay, what is this support process? How we will operate? And we define it as um, in two different areas. The first area on top of the slide, you can see that everything what is defined about hardware and the iPads. So means local and global IT is in charge of things. In the bottom part, it's everything about the software, so the CRM. Therefore, if the sales representative has a problem, it is the first line sales manager. If this is something about the iPad, for example, or something with the access to the iPads with our internal security platforms, etc., local IT can give the solution. Also, the first line manager can support the sales representative. Then, if the problem is due to the lack of knowledge of the sales rep. If not, is the issue is going to the country CRM admin, who again will try to solve the issue. If not possible, will derivate this issue to the cluster CRM admin. The same if this is a problem with our security platforms or hardware or governments. If the cluster CRM admin cannot solve the issue, this is through a ticketing system to, or in the case of the iPads, software, internal software security, etc., to global IT or to our supplier of the CRM, which is Mediasoft. Then, once Mediasoft solved this and IT solved this, the cluster CRM admin is communicated and this is going to the country via the country CRM admin, the first line manager, and the sales representative. We create an structure, administration structure, that will be very close to the end users. For example, each of the countries, they have a local CRM admin, which reports to a cluster SFE manager, and the cluster SFE manager reports to the global SFE manager, who is the project lead. In this way, the project lead will be able to give enough time and support to each of the cluster SFEs and not to each of the countries directly, because this will be obviously very unorganized way from our perspective. But we think also as well, okay, this is from the CRM perspective, but now we need to think that we are doing a change, a transformation for the sales rep. One day they were working with the iPad, with the laptops, but tomorrow they need to work with iPads. In the past, they were working with for years with a static CRM system, and now they switched to a more evolved solution. Working online, offline, and in the future, obviously, with doing editing, presentations, emailing by themselves, etc. This needed to be not only a CRM implementation process, but also an engagement, a stakeholder engagement process. And as you know, in all these kind of situations, you have a curve, not a change curve. With at the beginning, you will deny, no, this I prefer. The system doesn't work. My older system works better, etc., etc. I don't need the iPads. The iPads is less flexible than a laptop. In the laptop, I can print immediately. I don't know how to use the iPad, etc., etc. You can feel pain from the end users. And that's the idea to anticipate this, working with each of the countries, create a stakeholder engagement plan by themselves. We gave all the elements to develop this plan, but they needed to do according how is the maturity of the country in terms of adoption of new technologies and by the end users. And also understanding is how far they were working with the oldest solution, or maybe this is the first understand that they were working with us. Well, at the beginning, we needed to identify who are the stakeholders, then analyze, and identify the expectations and priorities for them. We did a mapping, and set up a plan, as I mentioned, each country to proceed with engagement, and doing the monitoring measure. We did surveys to understand immediately after the implementation, then after 3 months, 6 months, to understand how is the adoption by the end users. Some says that you can solve all the problem, you can solve the problems, but not all the feelings at the same time. Also, we defined a roadmap, as you can see. We did cascading this roadmap. We started with Germany, our pilot project. Initially only with the laptops due to the problems in supply that we have at the beginning. It's not from the morning to the afternoon that you can obtain 700 iPads in your hand, and deploy to each of the countries. Therefore, we needed to do this process. But also, as you can see, it was in a cascade until November 2023, when we finished to Ukraine, our last country. What are our learnings here? Some positives, some areas of opportunity. I think the project plan in place is a key element with a defined but flexible roadmap. What happened if one country didn't receive the iPads? What happened if the other country has some issues of engagement with the sales representatives? We needed to work very close with each of the countries. An important topic for us was the initial global blueprint. To develop that global blueprint, we did meetings with workshops with some of the countries, the biggest countries, to understand what is the key and basic elements that they need to have. Future developments is a second stage. We define the priorities. So set up a stakeholder engagement plan, and define the CRM as a scalable, after the initial global blueprint. Means we needed to say this is the basic things, and standard, then we can go step by step to another functionalities in the system. Good point is the supplier. We have a lot of communication, good communication with them. They are very responsive, proactive, and supportive. I think it's everything needs to be very clear since the beginning with the supplier, but also we need to understand timings. It's not only develop something in the system and put it in the field, or in the CRM online, is to prepare the end users every time that you are doing a change. Then the areas of opportunities, I think, that the functionalities that we defined in the global blueprint well, but obviously we understood since the beginning that enhancements are sometimes necessary. Another important point is the quality control process and communication during the releases. In our case, as soon as the supplier was giving another releases, because obviously they are improving the things in the system and fixing another topics or developments that they are doing for not only for us but other customers. It was important to understand how we are testing that this is working or not, and how we are communicating to the end users about that. I cannot see my doctor anymore here. What happened with my doctor? Disappeared, something like this. This is the most important thing for customers reps, and they don't want to mess with their list of customers or partners. The other topic for us was our initial IT capabilities. What is the level of support that we need to get from headquarters and at the country level? Buy all the iPads, the configuration, DP functionalities, etc. It was at the beginning we needed to run very quick. areas of opportunity or to define since the beginning. I think it's a lesson learned for us. It was the capabilities. Also important to mention is the CRM administrator. Sometimes you don't have the capacity or not only the skills, but also the capacity and expertise at the country level to take care of the CRM admin responsibilities. What means in the past with our previous solution, the CRM admin was usually a first line supplier in small markets and someone maybe in market in another markets. Well, we changed this, implemented the cluster SFE managers, yeah, who will work directly in the CRM with the local administrators, taking the leads, yeah, and support directly. That's all from my side. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Gonzalo, for this very great presentation. We really enjoyed a bit. And anyone having additional questions for the Mediasoft team, and I suppose also to you, can reach out and obviously ask anything, right?
Yeah, sure. It would be my pleasure to support your customers and people attending this experience. That's the model experience help a lot.
Fantastic. With that said, I would like to thank you everyone for joining. Thank you all speakers, Gonzalo, Nico, and Robert, who also really added huge value to our event. And I truly believe that this is just our starting of having great sales journal events here in Germany. So thank you so much for joining and wish everyone a nice rest of the day. Bye.